I had to restart my whole computer to get access to my shit again. We can finally start. Yeah, that was a good one. Following this girl is the most painful thing I've had to do in all of Garlemald. Finally got it right. It actually took me 4 tries to get that quest right. Jesus. ended you? He was throwing the hands. Wow. I'm sorry, I forgot to do something. I just realized something. I never launched my avatar program so the stream can see me. There we go. Fixed. So what have y'all been up to? Still killing things that pop up in front of you? Makes sense. Good. I don't get it. Yeah. I'm gonna need to figure that out. You know, I really get the feeling I wasn't supposed to go that way to return here, but I just basically cut the middleman and went through the mountain that I don't think I was supposed to be able to climb. Yeah, you were quiet, bro. Yeah, you got it, bro. Really, nigga? Yellowstone? Oh, fuck him too. Man, we get on ha 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 all the fucking time when we play that game nowadays. And to get to ha ha, it doesn't matter to me. We get to ha 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 no matter what difficulty we play. If you not getting a ha 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 on any difficulty, you scrub. That sound toxic, but it's the damn truth when it comes to Risk of Rain. I don't know. That shit just comes second nature once you get it a few times.
Blood trail. We found one. They were attacked. No. Why? Why wouldn't they?
Safer to brave the wilds than trust in our magic. We should have... I should have... We can't leave them like this. We have to take them home.
What if we're only making it worse?
Maybe we don't belong here, but neither do they. Not out here in the wind and the cold. I heard the story about Varus's voice from beyond the grave. Of course, I didn't believe it, but Licinia and her sister did. Perhaps there is something to the tale after all. I want to understand, so I'm going to borrow this for a while. You had every reason not to trust us. We came as trespassers, invaders. But I pray that in time, we will be more than that to you. That we will find a way to help your loved ones. And see that no more children are left to freeze alone in the snow.
That's sadly. Welcome, Puppet. I'm letting you know you're on stream right now. Puppet, did you hear me? I'm gonna say it one more time.
Thank you for your
You're
report.
on stream right now.
We shall inform the troops of these developments and instruct them to proceed with the utmost
Well,
caution
you guys
should
heard
they
what I said, I'm
encounter
not
any
repeating.
survivors.
Allow me to go and speak with the ones at the victor's spoils. They may be more willing to listen to a fellow Garlean and accept our offer of assistance.
I pray you are right. And though I am loath to burden you any further, should there be an appropriate occasion to speak of Licinia and her sister, please do so.
Hello.
I am sorry to have put you through this.
My distress is nothing compared to their suffering. So tell me, what else have we learned?
As you may have already heard, we have succeeded in curing the members of the Populares, Maxima identified. They have provided us with some intriguing insights into the current state of Garlemald. The assassination of Emperor Varus was the catalyst for the civil war. Nerva declared his claim to the throne, and his opponents refused to recognize it. Fighting broke out in the capital, where Nerva's Third Legion clashed with the First, who remained loyal to Varus even after his death.
Of course, even Imperial warmongers would balk at the idea of turning their shining city into a battleground. Like burning down the wood to spite the wasps. Neither side would be so mad. Unless something or someone inflamed their animosity to such an extent that they could not help but act against their better judgment.
It brings to mind events at the Gimlet Dark, does it not? The Emperor's sudden withdrawal from the front lines, specifically. Nerva and his father, Titus, Varus's then political rival, took advantage of rumors that Crown Prince Zenos had been possessed by a demon.
Elidibus, what better way to disparage your enemies than with the truth, or a close enough approximation?
Indeed. But before their accusations could be substantiated, many of Titus's followers were silenced. While some were merely stripped of their status, others died under curious circumstances. One after another, suddenly and suspiciously.
Again, Elidibus. Like as not, he had a hand in it. No evidence was found to implicate Varus, certainly. Nevertheless, Titus, Nerva, and the Third Legion would have judged it a brazen attempt by the Emperor to rid himself of his political enemies. And then, in the midst of this growing turmoil, Varus Sosgalvus is murdered. And Garlemald's own prodigal son, Gaius van Belsar, is named the murderer. Shortly thereafter, Nerva claims the right of succession, and in response, the First Legion claims the assassination was part of a coup d'etat orchestrated by Titus and Nerva.
So no one is at fault, and everyone else is to blame.
I should add that both parties received substantial financial backing, presumably to provide them with the means and encouragement to pursue a swift victory, and that these contributions came from the self-same benefactor.
I'd heard House Brutus had been filling the Third Legion's coffers, but the First as well.
It would seem so. Though the Populares determined that the First Legion received funds from a variety of organizations, all had connections to House Brutus.
So Fandaniel, in the guise of Asahi, was playing both sides against each other the entire time.
The information we gained from my friends does not end there. One night, shortly after fighting broke out, the capital was shaken by an immense tremor. From that point onward, they have no memories, no recollection of any events, including our clash on the Magna Glaciers. But when asked about the Imperial Palace and its bizarre transformation, they somehow recall Emperor Varus giving them orders in their dreams. May the Tower of Babel stand as testament to the glory of Garlemald.
This sounds awfully familiar.
We have something to show you all.
Yes.
Varys spoke to them through this radio. Perhaps it was a recording, but if not, that would be inexplicable.
We are of one mind, then.
The ether that permeates the ore used in this device is almost identical to that of the talismans.
I see it. While it is likely more by coincidence than design, these devices might also ward against a primal's influence. A picture is beginning to form. If the tremor felt throughout Garlemald was a wave of ether emitted by a primal, then while those within range would have been tempered, those huddled around a radio desperate for news concerning the Civil War would have been spared.
No wonder Licinia kept it close.
Yo, Puppet. I don't understand why you're so angry right
I
now.
must speak with you.
I don't
A young
fucking
man
get
was
it.
caught trying to steal our
The way,
supplies.
listen, one,
He's a
just
soldier
literally
of
the
the
way you're
Iron
typing
Men,
it
we
literally
think,
tells
but
me
one
you're
who
pissed.
has not been made thrall.
Like, well,
Thankfully, Magni restrained him before
at
blood
least
was
that's how
spilled.
I'm seeing it when
The
he
stranger is
responded. I'm
outside, if you wish to ask
I
him
don't know.
questions.
I think we do.
But you mad? You mad? You mad? I'm like, I don't want to repeat it a fourth time, so I'm just gonna type it. There's
do we
no
have here?
problem with it. That's the thing, though. There's no problem here. I'm just telling you, I don't want to say it again. No, I didn't. I never said you couldn't stream on Discord. Where the fuck you get that from?
Traitors to your homeland! Have you no shame?
I'm telling you I'm on Twitch, so you know. Nothing else. Nothing else. Stop reading into it, motherfucker.
I am Lucia Junius.
My message literally
temple
says
knight of
you're on
Ishgard.
Twitch. I'm telling
And
you
you
that
are?
on my stream they can fucking hear you.
Iulus Pir Nobanus. And that's
Nothing.
all you
I'm giving you a
invaders will
fucking
get
heads up.
from
Stop,
me.
stop thinking too much.
We are not here to invade Garlemald. Far from it. Like you, our allies in Eorzea and the Far East fight in defense of their lives and their loved ones even as we speak. But it is the people of Garlemald who have suffered most.
It matters
This we
because
know.
it can be a problem
And that
later
is why
on.
we have come to offer you our aid.
If I
that
don't
we may
let you
unite
know,
against our common foe.
It's a problem for me if later on you find out, oh, I'm on here. Why am I on here? I don't want to be on here. Then I can get in legal trouble for that.
Whether you believe me or not, those are the facts. Now, answer me this. Why would a proud soldier of the Empire be reduced to stealing? The situation must be dire indeed for you to go to such lengths.
I'm just guessing you don't
If
look
it
at
is
people's
supplies you
usernames.
seek,
I
we
have
would
a
gladly
problem
share ours,
for you to- you
or
can't
turn a
connect
blind eye while you leave with your spoils.
I will not negotiate. My commander will determine how to deal with you and yours. If you wish to treat with him, I will take
Yes,
you,
can have
but
fun. So shut
no
up and
more
go
than
back to having
3.
fun. My God.
I don't much like the sound of
I
that.
don't understand it.
But
Every
if we
time
do
we
accept
talk,
his
he tries- he
proposal,
wants to- he
I
misunderstands
suggest the
something.
two of us and...
That's what I want to fucking know.
Please allow me and Alize to act as envoys.
May I ask why?
I'm really getting tired of these people. And he's not.
We
the
have
only
seen
type
with
of
our
person
own
I've met
eyes the
like that.
hardships the Garleans face. How their futures and lives hang in the balance.
It's not the warmest invitation, but it's an opportunity to prove our intentions true. Maybe not a
I
chance to
literally
make
ended a
things
friendship
right,
earlier today because
but a
somebody
chance
was
to
like that with me.
make them better.
Like, I'm not in the mood to deal with him right now with this shit.
I can see that persuading you otherwise is a lost cause, but you will proceed with the utmost care.
A couple of children and what? A sellsword? Is this an insult?
Not in the least. You will find that they are more than qualified to speak on our behalf.
There are many dangers on the road ahead. I will need that back.
If y'all are still on at 11 o'clock, I will happily play a game with y'all. You're not gonna be here? The one thing about the streams, I have to at least go for 2 hours. And with the way today's going, I don't think I'm gonna last the 4 hours I was gonna dedicate. It's not you. Everything just seems to be coming down because people want to be misunderstanding what I'm saying. They want to read too much into it. It's literally the truth. I can't like do anything really without telling people, because if I don't, it becomes a problem at a later point in time. I can be legally held accountable if I don't tell them. I started mentioning it like way earlier today, you know. And then when I came back and I was about to start, I asked was everybody good with it for a last time to make it up. It's like earlier today, a friendship had to be ended, and it didn't end on my terms. It ended on his terms, and I don't like the way it ended, because it's just like I left the route open for you. I left other people to tell you that if you want to, you know, be adults about this, you can come to me in front of me yourself. But no, he just ends up blocking me on all platforms. And I didn't find that out until like 2 minutes before I went to go stream. Yeah. It is really childish. And then they're the first ones to call me childish. And I'm just sort of like, what? I'm childish for not wanting to deal with the bullshit? I'm childish because I get angry when you blatantly lie about me in front of my face. And the worst part about it is, in a lot of these situations, I go to other people. It's very rarely when I'm completely in the wrong. You know what I mean? Like, they understand where I'm coming from. Like, yeah, no. The other person is in the wrong. But, and when I'm in the wrong, I'm the first to accept that. You know? You're alive. Start running, start killing, nigga. But yeah, I'm kind of done with it. I'm gonna leave it alone. It just ticks me off when it happens. Yo, Warlock! Warlock, get this! The bitch who birthed me got me something for Christmas. Like, what the fuck? The world's gonna end, nigga. No! No, you don't understand. That shit never fucking happens. Not once in my life has this woman actually cared. Let's put it like that. The world's gonna end. That's all I gotta fucking say. The world's gonna end. It's the end times, nigga. It's the end times. So I love how I missed the basement area that I was supposed to go in and it was directly in front of me. Like, I went to the other side of the map to look for it. Dumbass. Yo, Warlock, listen to this. Listen to this. Grandma, you just said to me, you were shocked when you heard this, right? Yeah? Well, she just said it. Her own mother was shocked to her core when she heard that. You don't understand. It's a sign of the end. It really don't make any logical, reasonable, any type of thing.
But she said, "Oh, I got something to show you." I'm like, she got to show me now.
These are their chosen
Talk
representatives.
about patience or whatever.
Yeah.
Then I looked and said, "Oh, those are nice."
Very well.
Pulled it up.
Let us hear what they have to say.
He said, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah.
Yes,
Then
sir.
she came back and she had that other thing. I said, "Oh, that's nice." She came back with another one. I was like, "Oh,
I present to you our
okay.
commander,
Yeah.
really nice. That's very nice." Very
Lord Quintus Vankina, Legatus of the First Legion.
It doesn't make logical sense.
The first?
I
I had
keep
no
saying
idea
that, but
you
it's
had
just that's how
survived.
much of a shock it is. Yeah, she doesn't
We
buy
lost our
anything.
emperor,
She
our
normally treats
city,
her children
more
as
than
extra
half our
wallets, just to be
troops.
fucking honest here.
For my wounds, I may never take the
How
field
she's
again.
always treated me and Jesse.
But we
Yes.
survived, aye. In a manner much to your liking, I dare say.
We have no intention of adding to your misfortunes, nor do we bear you any ill will.
Spare me. Though you children may speak in earnest, overtures of peace ever ring hollow in my ears. So long as man stands to profit from his neighbor's suffering,
Seriously,
war is
she's been like
inevitable.
that since Parliament. A month after her breakup, she's got another boy.
Driven from our ancestral homeland into this
ever since I was like
blasted
8 years
waste.
old, I'm looking at her like.
Yet still
puddle.
you yearned to
How was your
rob us of
pussy
our
still working?
paltry scraps. 'Twas only with Magitech that you learned to keep your distance. Though we knew it
I
was
don't
only a
care,
matter
you
of
know,
time
you-
before you regrouped
God damn
and
it, bro.
returned.
You know, just been pee on myself.
That didn't make you pee on
Conquest
yourself. You
and
made yourself pee on
empire
yourself.
were our only defenses.
I do not deny that a great many conflicts throughout history were driven by the desire or necessity to gain by another's loss. That is not why we are here. Nor have we come to petition your aid in the war with the Telophoroi, grave though that threat may be. Our purpose is simply this. We wish to help you. Let us help you. If there is aught that can be done to ease your plight, we would be glad to do it.
Perhaps you would. But regardless of the ideals you espouse, your leaders would not send an army into Garlemald if they did not stand to benefit. If we accept their aid, they will expect their efforts to be rewarded once the Telophoroi are no longer a threat. And after compensation and concessions, the great empire would be brought to heel. Her enemies rejoice at her downfall. Our third eye, a mark of shame.
We won't stand idly by and let your people be humiliated. And we're not alone in that. We only want to make a difference, to make this world of ours better. Surely you can understand that. What I'm trying to say is, there are so many people who just don't care about making you suffer. And maybe that's almost insulting after all the suffering you feel the world has subjected your people to, but believe it or not, that's the truth. And now we're here, and all we're asking is for you to tell us what you want, what you hope for.
So much blood has been shed, so much lost. All because of this endless war. Who wouldn't want to end it? Can we not work together to face our problems as one?
Answer me this, young peacemakers. If a world without conflict is your desire, why reject the unity and prosperity of Garlemald? Is it because we do not share your faith? That we do not share your heritage? that our ideals and virtues differ, that we cherish and hold in the highest that which you do not. Disparity is the root of discord, and peace built on compromise is flawed and fleeting. Happiness for one and all is a dream, and the reality is that to the victor go the spoils. That is why we Garleans will never submit nor surrender. For freedom and for pride, we will remain true to ourselves until the bitter end. That is my hope. It seems there is nothing more to say on the matter. You will remain here while I decide what is to be done with you. Do not be alarmed. No harm.
We will not resist. However, as your guests, I ask that we be allowed to speak with the other members of your group.
As you wish. I had no intention of locking you up, as by dawn you would be frozen stiff and you're no good to me dead. You are free to move about the encampment, but the... Collar them.
What are these?
Incentive. You'll be watched at all times. Stray too far, or act Stop! Keep away from that one.
What happened?
The champion of Eorzea is not so easily cowed.
Fucked up.
Even if she allowed herself to be collared, the shock would be no more than an itch.
You won't lose access real quick, so he's being
if she refuses to obey, we will activate the twins' restraints instead.
Did he block me?
You needn't worry about us.
We'll forget we're even wearing them soon enough.
Even now, you still... Why go to such lengths? What is it all for?
Well, at least when you open up either me or Warlock's chat, you can see what we said.
You are a curious one. A far cry from the merciless barbarian others paint you to be. You will be their warden. Take them away.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Everyone who basically knew were blocked. I love that little kid. He was like, shit. Let me see if I can remove him. It's funny to me, at the very least, because I know he's never gonna get access to my shit. And I say that because my passwords change. Whenever something gets hacked, I change my password on everything. You know what I mean? I don't care if it's Facebook, Nintendo, PlayStation, everything gets changed. Because fun fact, all of that shit is linked together. So when one site gets hacked, I gotta change everything. Like, for me right now, it's whatever Smash character I like or have played in the past, and then an area code right after. So that's good, I guess. I think. Brain, work with me. Did they all call him out? Yo, you still got gut eater, by the way? It's never mind then. Yeah. I want to replay the older two. Yeah, I was, but not only that, I also want to replay the older two. But the problem with the older two is the net play for that shit is fucked. So it's like, it just forces you to do a single player experience. You know what's funny is? The funny reason why it's like that is, fun fact, the team who ported it wanted to fix it. But Bandai Namco didn't let them push out the update to fix it. Mind you, it's because we gotta remember, the team who ported it and the team who made the game are two different people. No, remember you told me to give it to you and you gave it to whoever to use it. Yeah, yeah. No. Oh, fun fact. I beat Fat Boy. I beat Fat Boy last Monday on stream. Did you see it? You're gonna have to go watch that. You're gonna have to go watch that. I beat Fat Boy. I'm actually past both gatekeepers. Dark Souls 3. I beat Fat Boy and I beat Gundyr. I'm happy. That's actually, I did a lot better in the time that I've played that game on stream than I have ever done in my own time. You saw how I played the game. I was like, I'm gonna take you out before I even get to you, because I don't want to deal with your second form. Fuck that shit. Wow. And know what the funny thing is? Unit's not even here, so she wouldn't have been able to call it out. Yeah, Unit's not around because she's at her grandmother's, so she's not at her computer to even interact with this boy. Can you even see the message history from before? Yeah, I mean like what I mean is, man, can you like see the current message history? Like, for example, if you click send message on me, did you see what was sent before? What happened? Oh. You might want to cut that nigga off. You might want to cut that nigga off. Yeah, make that shit known. Yeah, no, cut that son of a bitch off. Nah, cause literally this man got his account hacked today, and then another guy's now impersonating him. Yeah, no, cut that nigga off. It's cool, Grandma, unfortunately they can do that because it's the internet, and people like to be pricks, unless you're basically cautious of every single nigga around you. Then yeah, but you know how they get you? They pretend to be your friend, they get close to you, and then they fuck you up. That's what just happened now. Yeah, it's not nice. Well, welcome to the world, Grandma, unfortunately. You gotta be ready to cut niggas off left and right. Oh. Just let it be known, Grandma, you're the only one I trust with this information. I trust nobody else. anything, the first thing they'll do is be like, "You get money off of that? Let me see if I can get some." Like, no, I'm not dealing with that shit. No, like, I really don't put it past them to do that. To like be like, "Oh, you make money off of this? Can I get some?" Like, I really don't put it past them to do that. You know, it's stupid, yes, but you know, they do it. Joel's still watching Yellowstone, I guess. I wonder if that's a show or is he talking about Yellowstone Park? mountain. What's up? It's fucked up. Goddamn. Now you gotta track him down, which is gonna be hard. And that's if he hasn't blocked you. It's fucked. the game decided to say, nah, we're gonna make you work, and we're gonna make it so you won't find the cerulean thing that we want you to find. You destroy the item on the very far left. I.e., I wouldn't have gotten the item if I basically only I wouldn't have got the item unless I destroyed the thing at the very, very far back. I.e., if I basically ignored everything else and just went to the last robot on the field and destroyed it, I would have gotten the item I wanted, because it's a set chance. I mean, it's always the same thing. If I replayed this mission, I guarantee you it wouldn't have been it would have been at the end.
Finally escaped the watchful gaze of your keepers, have we? Don't react. You'll only draw attention to yourself. Just carry on as you are and listen. After you left with the Garlean lad, Lucia bade a few of us scouts follow you at a discreet distance. We observed you being led into the station, but decided against venturing inside. When you emerged sometime later, and we saw that the twins were sporting Magitech collars, it was clear what had taken place. Now, as quietly as you can, tell me everything. The Legatus himself, eh? Now there's a surprise. This is also the first I've heard of a plan to join forces with the 10th and storm the Tower of Babel. An interesting development, and perhaps the opportunity we've been waiting for. Our comrades back at the camp also received some rather promising news, but it's still too early to get our hopes up. For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them. With luck, this will all be over soon. Until then.
They had not gone far.
We searched high and low, but no luck, I'm afraid.
I wasn't expecting much to begin with. Eventually, there will be nothing left out here for us to safely salvage. For now, this will have to suffice.
I love how if you look at my game, I'm the only person.
Ah, there you are.
And it's mainly because
Heard you've gone hunting for ceruleum above ground.
So I don't have to deal with the resources.
Brought back a king's ransom?
Hardly. But thanks to these three, we have enough to last a little while longer.
Well, well. It's not at all what I was expecting, these ones. For savages, they seem positively docile. It's a poor attempt at humor. In all honesty, I'm grateful for your efforts. But even with another night of warmth, there are those among us who may not live to see the morrow.
I trust your expedition was fruitful.
Lord Quintus!
Use what you procured to refuel the armor.
But, sir, what about the heaters for the camp?
The time for action is upon us. My men and I have matters to discuss.
Grandma got up
In the
so
meantime, you are
fast
to
and
wait
went
here.
to the bathroom. I
Do
never
not
seen
forget,
that quick in my
you are
life.
being watched.
No, and I'm pretty sure I knew what she had to do because she was like, her legs were really tight. She was waddling like a fucking penguin.
The time for action. What did he mean by that?
I can only speculate. Clearly something requiring their magitech, given what we just heard. Whether they plan to utilize it now, or after they join with the 10th, is another question. Will they ever escape this cold? Return to and reclaim the idyllic spaces of which Eula spoke?
Finished your war, Council?
Funny thing is to me is that I knew both you and Warlock, but I wasn't introduced to either by either of you. You know what I mean?
Alphino and Alizé are to stay here as our prisoners. They will be released once your comrades have relinquished their supplies and withdrawn from Garlean soil. Until our terms are met, they will be detained
You know what's
at
funny
a separate
though?
location.
You're the only person from the author side of Discord that I frequent, that I know here.
After everything we've said and done, this is how you treat us.
Yeah. I literally
Our
try to
allies
keep
have
them
but limited
separate,
supplies.
but that's only because
They may stave off cold
I
and
know all of
starvation
these
for a
people
short
think
while, but what
completely
then?
differently, and I'd rather not deal with the amalgamation of minds trying to fight each other.
For now, keeping yourselves out of harm's way comes before all else. Whatever demands the Garleans make, indulge them.
It's sort of it's like you're trying to play with the poison jar of fucking life, where you're just like, let's throw them all in a pot. Whoever survives is the true friend. Like, no, don't work like that. I'm laughing right now, but that is like the best example I can say that is just also the truthful, which also it makes me laugh for some reason.
Get them out of here.
You know, the worst part about it is, with my comedy, it's normally always like that. But the problem with it is that sometimes, even though it is funny, a lot of people will go and say, man, that's a bit too far. If you know what I mean. Or it's too soon. Like, an example being, my friend, a friend of mine's cat died. Mind you, I was completely cool with this guy. But what ended up making me fall out with that group was not him. It was the people around him. Basically, when his cat died, how I chose to comfort him was, look at it this way, man. I feel sorry for your loss, but at least you won't be the crazy neighborhood grandpa. Because we all know cats, their shit drive their owners insane. Scientifically, it's proof. You know? Like, cheering up in my own way. And, they took that to, like, okay, yeah, let's remove that. You know, didn't even talk to me, anything. Just removed it. Didn't talk to me, nothing. Was like, nah, you went too far. And then didn't even get a comment from the original guy. The original guy said, like, that was never gonna be a problem. And even I'm here like, yeah, that shouldn't have ever been a problem. Like, my thing is, like, they did it without his knowledge, and then they basically had a problem with me for saying it, even though he didn't have a problem with it. So I was like, if he didn't have a problem with it, why do you have a problem with it? Hello, Joe. Welcome back. You done with Yellowstone? Nice. Congratulations. You survived. I don't know how many minutes that was. Take care of what you gotta take care of, bro.
This is my home. Our home. At least it was until that night. I was with Lord Quintus when the capital fell, and thus spared. My family, who did not own a radio, were less fortunate. When dawn came, I made my way here. My parents, my little brother and sister, they were still inside. But they weren't themselves, and They tried to. And I had to. I'd promised to take them away from the capital that very morning, to somewhere safe, to hide until the fighting stopped. I promised.
I'm technically streaming to 3 different places on my
Garlean
computer
flag.
and playing.
There's a chain. The bond
just putting that
between
up right
our countrymen. A red link at its center. The blood of the fallen. Our loved ones who lived and died for Garlemald. But if she too fell, who would be left to remember them and their sacrifice? What enduring proof would there be that they were ever here? If we had turned to your gods, would they have saved us? I'm sorry, forget I spoke.
What
We
happened,
should
Roy?
go.
I think I got what he deserved then.
It's no use. Believe me, I do not enjoy being here any more than you. But she wanted us to play along, so that is what we will do. So cold. Painfully so. Unbearably.
I've been thinking about what Quintus said. About why no one would accept Garlean rule. Irreconcilable differences. When coexistence isn't an option, only conquest remains. Varys at Gimlet said much the same. Only by uniting the world beneath a single standard would we rid ourselves of the Ascians. United as one people, one race cleansed of imperfections. A cold and unforgiving vision. And when we fail to live up to their standards, what place is there for us in their world?
I have a question for you.
But the truly sad,
When
truly
we got
frustrating
blocked,
thing is
did
how
it
damnably
defriend
similar
you
it
from
all is to
us?
the lofty ideals of Father and the Forum. Non-intervention. Always non-intervention. Protect our knowledge and our people, and to hells with the rest of you. And yet, I can see how it happened.
I'm guessing he had a
Varys and Father
specific
looked to
vendetta
their elders for
against
guidance and took their
Soul
virtues
Guy.
as their own. But for this world was of their making. In who else could they place their trust? All of us lost in a sea of chaos, searching desperately for purpose and meaning. But it shouldn't just be an extension of another's. It has to be ours. It has to be. We all have a stake in this world. No one should be silenced.
I won't deny that we lack the experience of people such as Father or Quintus.
That was good. Run this shit, boy.
Perhaps they've come to see the world as a series of problems, and the most efficient way of solving them, to reduce everything to fundamental forms.
I will say this, though. Warlock, I know you're here, so...
A stone is a stone.
So you know
a
I've
cloud,
also
a
said
cloud.
It. The next time
A flower,
Puppet decides
no more than that.
misunderstand what I'm saying...
Simple descriptions that
I'm
strip the
straight up
subject
gonna
of
treat him
distinguishing
how I've
characteristics.
been treating Ginger's mom since that instant.
A man is a
He doesn't
man,
exist.
divided according to race, creed, or allegiance, and to some, defined by such associations.
Is that what you think?
In my misbegotten youth.
Yeah.
But what
Oh,
I believed
they quiet
wisdom
because they
was no
focus on
more
the
than
game,
aggressive ignorance.
But I just wanted to let that be known.
I've since
'Cause,
learned to look beyond the banners and
me
the politics.
Puppet, for some reason,
To
he
see
never
people
really
as
understands what I'm
individuals
saying,
with their own
so
hopes and
much into
dreams.
it.
As for my dream of building a better world, well,
And then
every
he's
day
like,
I'm
"I'm not
reminded that
streaming
it
on
is far
Twitch."
more complex than I
He
had ever
didn't
imagined.
think I was streaming on Twitch, but I'm like, a purple circle icon.
But it only
bro.
spurs me
You
onward
can't see that?
to find the wisdom and the strength to see
You
it
know?
through to the very end.
All of our supplies and an immediate withdrawal. These are your conditions?
Demands. And you forgot about the airship. Once again, you will leave one behind. It will be used to return the prisoners. Their collars will be removed prior to the exchange.
So in the end, not even Father's expertly worded rhetoric could deter you from your chosen course.
Huh?
Not that I thought for a moment that it would. I've no love for violence, of course, but ours is a cause worth fighting for. I just wish he'd realize it too. Sometimes the only way to protect the ones you love is to take a stand, to refuse to suffer in silence. I want you to know I share your conviction. Whether it be on the battlefield or in the debating chamber, I won't back down. I guess what I'm saying is...
You've found your own reason to fight.
Yes. Yes, I have. God's willing, there will come a day when we can finally lay down our arms, and there will be peace. But not until the Telophoroi have been defeated once and for all. And you, brother, will have a vital part to play by your...
I pray I am up to the task.
There'll always be naysayers. Those who think us fools for even trying. It's easy for learned elites to criticize earnest efforts and assert their moral superiority, all without offering alternatives. Not that their sophistry has ever wounded you. So stubborn and strong. Stronger than you even know. Don't ever change, you hear me? If you stumble,
Ginger's playing a scut
I'll be there to
shop
catch you.
simulator.
Or give you a thick ear. Maybe both, for good measure.
Thank you, Alice.
I'm just shaking my head, and it's just in speechlessness. I don't know how. I don't know what to say to that. Like, I saw that, I'm like, what the fuck? Let me make sure I read right.
The scouts have secured Alize and Alphino. Their collars were removed without complication as well. They report no casualties, not for their party nor the guards, who will wake from their premature slumber in due course.
It would appear the situation has changed. I propose new terms. We have information that will be of great interest to Lord Quintus.
No. In the event you rejected our first proposal, we came prepared
Good.
with a second.
Ambush!
More are coming! Make ready!
We, the loyal soldiers of the First Legion, proud servants of Garlemald, of the fallen Emperor Varys, shall safeguard these lands from the barbarian hordes until our countrymen return! Stop, both of you!
This child may be the worst emissary I have ever seen.
We received an urgent communication from the Grand Company of Eorzea. Envoys from the Imperial Army, led by members of the 10th Legion, came to Alamigo and requested an audience. They explained that their efforts to coordinate the reclamation of the capital with the aid of the 4th, 5th, 8th, and 12th had ended in failure. Communication between most legions has broken down entirely. Most of the 10th's conscripts have deserted, leaving their forces severely depleted. That is why, unable to continue the fight on their own, they and their allies turned to the Grand Company of Eorzea for aid.
Lies! Every word!
It is the truth, and I have not finished. The 10th has requested that we deliver a message to Lord Quintus. Have the ill stand down.
You have been listening, my lord? What are your orders?
Inform her that we will honor the 10th's decision.
Any PS4 controller,
Bereft of hope,
but
and now
if you
dignity.
can, because honestly, I like PS4 controllers, at least their layout is my personal preference. But
I release you from your duty.
if you want pure compatibility, just go with the good and old and tried Xbox 360 controller. But good luck finding one that won't break after extended use.
I take solace, your radiance, in the knowledge you are not here to witness our debasement.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
'Twas a grand, glorious dream we shared. Of a world united, of peace and prosperity.
Yeah, like PS4 controllers, well, for me they last less time.
We are ghosts, you and I.
Xbox controllers really only last like 2 weeks.
Days
The
gone
PS4
by.
controllers will always last me like a good few months. The problem with PS4 is that if it's not a
Bonds
game
forged in
Steam,
blood
a lot of the time
that
the
I
game
will not
will
see
never see the
tarnished.
controller. Ever. That's where DS4 Windows comes in for me, for the games that I play that aren't linked to any launcher. I'm just putting that up there. Like, when I play games through Xbox Game Pass, like when I was playing Dragon Quest XI, I had to use DS4 Windows for that. Like, and the thing that you gotta know about DS4 Windows is that you actually have to exit Steam before you launch the program.
Quickly!
Also,
We have to reach the station
I
before
just
it's too
also
late.
fuck shit. The commander committed suicide of the enemy army.
If there is still a chance that Quintus will agree to a truce, we must take it.
I just hope we get there before he and his
My
men
thing
do
is, like,
something
we're
rash.
trying to make peace, and they're so stubborn in believing that we're gonna try to force them to you know, take our beliefs. He literally just committed suicide. It's fucked up, honestly. And that's where I'm ending stream. We saw somebody commit suicide. I say this because, honestly, all the shit that's happened in the past 2 hours with Puppet really ruined my fucking mood to continue streaming. And then there was the shit that happened before I started streaming today. So I'm just like, I really don't have, the willpower to continue right now, unfortunately. Like, I planned to go for 4 hours, but then that shit had to happen. So it's like, yeah, no, I can't do that no more. Yeah, there's not much I can do, honestly. You know, but it was good. Stay well, stay safe. Mind you, I'm saying this for stream. I'm staying in Discord. I'm not fucking leaving the Discord. Just let that be known. But I am ending stream. Goodbye, guys. See y'all next one.